DoorDash is widely known as a side gig app that allows its users to help supplement their income while either working another opportunity or seeking another one. And while some people opt to work this full time, this week I worked a 20-hour work week to see how much I can make part time and if it competes with New Jersey's minimum wage. In this video, I'll share with you guys my daily earnings along with hourly breakdowns. And at the end of the video, we'll tally it all up and see how much we made before and after expenses. So let's get going. We're going to be working part-time this week, so it's going to be about 4 hours each day and 20 hours for the week. So let's go ahead and get signed in and see where the week takes us. Mondays are typically pretty good, and this was no exception. I think something about the weekend being over has everyone in the mood to get delivery. And while I was already making good money, I wasn't prepared for this order I got from Red Lobster. I just got a pretty insane offer from Red Lobster. It's traveling a bit further than I'm typically comfortable with, but as long as it's ready and I knock it out quick, then this is a pretty high pay rate offer. As I'm going to pick up the food, my customer messages me and says, "Hey Chris, I think I meant to put this address instead of that address." And I was already pretty excited because knowing the area, she meant to put somewhere significantly closer than the original drop-off. So I let her know that it was the address originally put, and she said, "No, please come here instead." And I was more than glad to do that. And the best part was, before anything else, she said that she was going to throw in an extra $20 tip. And she already left one on the order because I just thought the base pay was going to be huge. But she left a $20 tip in the first place, making that a $40 tip total. So I should note that this is going to be an outlier in terms of my earnings for the day, because a $40 tip this early into my shift is pretty crazy. The rest of Monday went well. I earned a total of $93.75 on DoorDash, plus the $20 cash tip from the Red Lobster order, totaling $113.75. Happy hump day. Yes, it is Wednesday. Didn't catch much of Tuesday, was not in YouTuber mode, so it was an average day. Can't really say much about it. Wasn't anything too eventful. Good orders, made a decent rate, and went home for the day. So we're on Wednesday now, and let's see where hump day takes us.
2 hours later.
Gang, I'll tell you, not the best day. But that's okay, because it's important to show the good and the bad of DoorDash. So you guys saw I worked one of the best 4-hour shifts I've had in a really long time on Monday, and today's not so great. Is today the worst? Not really, but maybe Monday set the bar a little bit too high. But we're not going to give up. We're going to ride out the shift. We're going to earn a little bit more and see how we do. Wednesday ended up being not too great. I took a total of 9 deliveries, earning me $65 total, putting me slightly above the rate of New Jersey's minimum wage. All right, happy Friday, everybody. Finally, the end of the week. Wednesday was pretty ass, and Thursday was all right. However, forgot to do the YouTuber thing in between. But we're here, it's Friday, and let's round out the week with a strong shift. It's worth noting that during this week, I worked my shifts from 11 to 3. And while in most cases it's more profitable to work at night, especially a Friday, I still did pretty well, earning $70 in 4 hours. All right, so I'm back home and wrapped up for the week. Now it's time to add up the earnings and see how we did. On DoorDash, I made $351.36. On UberEats, I made $18.45. And then the extra $20 cash tip from the Red Lobster order. When we add all this together, we get a total of $389.81. And when we divide that amongst a 20-hour work week, we get $19.49 per hour before expenses. So what about after expenses? Most people would recommend you set aside about 30% of your earnings to account for taxes. When we take 30% of our total earnings for the day, we get $115. When we subtract $115 from our daily earnings, we get $274.81, lowering our hourly rate to $13.75. Not great, and it gets worse. We do need to account for fuel costs. During this week, I drove about 300 miles, which is equal to a tank of gas. This runs me about $35 and brings our total earnings to $239.81. That brings our hourly rate to $12 per hour. And while that isn't great, there's no sense in going down the rabbit hole right now about deductions that DoorDashers may be eligible for, or why they may work DoorDash for the lesser pay. That's all for a different video, and that's it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching this. I'll see you in the next one.